Then I do Twitch. All right, man. Welcome to issue 121 of NerdFlow Podcast. This is a podcast all about nerding out on pop culture, anime, video games, pro wrestling, comic books, you name it, we talk about it on the show. We're right now on twitch.tv/NerdFlow Podcast. You can check us out on here every single Sunday at 10 p.m. Central-ish. I say ish because it's like 10:15 right now. But yeah, we here. What's up, gang?
So,
what's up, man?
Not much.
We almost had a Halloween episode, aside from us, a bunch of us being sick during that time. So, happy Halloween. Not really, but it was past already. But you get the idea. But yeah, man.
It doesn't have to be Halloween to have a good time.
Well, for some people, from a facial standpoint, it's Halloween every damn day.
Whoa.
But,
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
Facial standpoint is Halloween every day. So, but,
And I don't think you're talking about cosplayers, are you?
No, but there's some people that wear costumes every day too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people.
I'm just gonna leave that alone.
It's like, once again, I'm gonna leave it alone. But yeah, so and there's some people that think that it's Halloween year round, like my 5-year-old sometimes. But yeah, he watches YouTube for kids, and he literally will watch only the Halloween ones like for months on end. Like, and I'd be like, son, hey, Halloween was like 7 months ago, right? It's about to be Halloween again, but it's like July. So yeah,
I'm about to not have a phone fucking with Pokemon Go.
Dude.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, man. This is NerdFlow Podcast. We are the same bunch you see here every single week. Thank those who tune in every single week, whether it be through the download, whether it be through our new way of tuning into us, which is twitch.tv/NerdFlow Podcast. You can also hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It'd be facebook.com/NerdFlow Podcast. You got Twitter, Instagram, search NerdFlow or NerdFlow Podcast. Subscribe, follow, like, all that good stuff. We also got a YouTube channel. Working our way up to 100 subscribers to get that official URL. So please go ahead in the description below. If it's on Twitch, you can go into the description, look for YouTube, and just click that link in the panels at the bottom and go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. And then same thing goes for all the social media. Those panels are there. And if you're listening on the download, whether it be through any of the major podcast platforms like, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Play, these links will be in the description upon the download of every single episode, at least the most recent ones. But yeah, so, and we also got a official NerdFlow t-shirt. You can go to teespring.com/stores/NerdFlow, or again, link is in the description. If you're on Twitch, you can actually see the shirts in the bottom of the panel. You just click right on that. It'll take you straight to that link there, and you can get yourself 50% off a NerdFlow t-shirt on us. So go check that out. And if you do get a t-shirt, hit us up on Instagram. We'll shout you out on the next show. So yeah, this week, man, it is so much because we didn't do a show last week. It was a lot of stuff going on the prior week, and then it was again so much more other stuff that's stacked on top of that. So we got a super stacked show today. A lot of stuff to talk about from a lot of different aspects of from video games to comic books to everything, pretty much everything this show is about. But it's a lot going on in a lot of categories that we particularly cover on this show. So we won't waste any time, and we're going to get into all of this is going on. First off, we want to get into some short, quick stuff, like announcement type stuff. The Last of Us 2 has been delayed till May 2020. It was scheduled to come out, I know it was February, I want to say it was February 20th, 2020, but it has got pushed.
Yeah, it was around that time frame.
Around that time? Okay. So it got pushed to May. In addition to that, during, I think, even maybe like a 1 or 2 day span with delay, I think it was the same day actually, later on in the day, Ubisoft delayed their whole 2019 lineup of video games, and pushed them all into 2020. Due to, I mean, I think they had like their, I can't remember, it's been 2 weeks ago, but I think they had like their earnings call or some junk like that, and they kind of like, stuff wasn't finished, so they had to push it, and kind of sort of gonna go into the theme of what this particular issue is about, which is unfinished games, and we're gonna talk about that later on in the main topics of today's podcast as well. We're gonna kind of elaborate on some stuff that's been going on with a particular game, and it's not. And the thing is, has not been that only game that's been unfinished. Ubisoft has been, man. If you look at the artwork for this issue on Twitch right now, it is probably one of the most infamous Assassin's Creeds that had a lot of bugs, which is Assassin's Creed Unity. It is a screenshot from that game in particular, of a glitch that was in the game. Huh?
I'm gonna leave that alone.
What, on Unity?
Unity wasn't that buggy to me.
Unity was a bug fest. It was memed a lot. It was probably one of the most. I say it was probably one of the most.
Hey, you know where I think that come from? I think it came from people that didn't play the game. Like a few people, it was a few bugs in it, but it came from people just, you know how some people say, "Oh, well, Michael Jackson was sleeping with little children with no proof or nothing," and people just run with it. I'm just using that as an example. That's what it was. Somebody said, "Oh, Unity is buggy," and somebody that didn't even play the game, "Oh, well, let me hop on this and start trashing the game." And then you got a lot of people who start really trashing the game because they didn't even like the way the story was going in Assassin's Creed no more after Desmond died. So they would find little small stuff to even, trash the game with. So to me, it wasn't that buggy. But you got a lot of people out there that just find one small thing and run with it like it's the end of the world.
I mean, there's case by case, but I think people gaming community, video game community in general, they take it as, you pay, $60 for a game, and, people want, a finished, fully tested product in a lot of cases, which that's, and like I said,
that's why I'm moving to Japan and becoming a Gundam pilot.
But yeah, we're gonna talk more about glitchy games later. Let's get into some other stuff. But first,
your dreams, bro.
So Dragonball Z is coming to Netflix. That got announced on last week. It's not really nothing new.
It is not nothing big.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Yeah, it's not at all. It's just the fact that Netflix is
if
finally
you haven't downloaded I'm just saying, if by now, as long as the internet has been out, if you have never seen every uncut episode of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, you suck as a fan.
So you are the exception to the rule, brother. Just FYI. Just saying.
So we all feel some way.
I was in college and I downloaded and I was in college in the early 2000s, and I downloaded through torrent, and torrents wasn't even popping like that then, but through a torrent, downloaded, which it took 3 days at the time, but downloaded every episode of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
But you're like a super fan though, as well. Just gotta throw that out there as a disclaimer. You're a super fan.
I'm just saying, anybody anybody our age that claim they're a Dragon Ball Z fan, if you never seen every episode, I'm not gonna even say every episode of Dragon Ball, but if you've never seen every episode of Dragon Ball Z, you suck at the fan.
GT. There's some people that just said they just bowed out of GT and came back when Super came back. See, that's what I'm saying. See, about prime example.
I said Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. I ain't even bring up GT. Even though I haven't seen every episode of GT, but the thing is, I don't even bring up GT because GT was a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I agree with Young because I'm like this. How many times do we? It's like he said. You should have seen every episode. So I'm like this. How many forms of media do we really need to see Dragon Ball on?
Right, and then my thing is, they probably putting Dragon Ball Kai on Netflix, and it ain't even the uncut version of Dragon Ball Z. They probably just put it on there for kids that just getting into Dragon Ball because of Dragon Ball Super. So it's gonna be watered down. It ain't even the real thing.
I mean, don't just stop. You shouldn't just stop there with just the episodes. What about the movies? You're not gonna include them?
Who knows?
They probably not.
But still, it's the same thing as the series of Dragon Ball. Like, you should have seen every movie at least. Like how many forms of media do you really need to see Dragon Ball on? Like, putting it on Netflix doesn't really, it doesn't do anything for me. I got it on DVD. I'm seeing it online for free.
You got it on VHS and DVD.
Collection.
So it's honestly...
I think it's just a start for. I mean, look at it like stores. Like right now, Forever 21 is advertising Dragon Ball Z. Like back then, Dragon Ball Z was nowhere to be found. So maybe it's just a new way to introduce it to the people that's actually coming into the new realm of Dragon Ball Z and anime. I mean, it's all just a fresh start.
Yeah, that's a lot of people out there that don't know what like Verve or any of the the side websites that you can just watch this stuff on just like straight from Japan. A lot of people don't know that. I mean,
exactly.
You gotta remember.
Guess what, people? It's this thing that came out yesterday. It's called Google.
What?
Called who?
He said Google, but there's also
God.
But there's also.
There's also
YouTube.
Yahoo, there's Netscape, there's also MSN, there's Bing,
But I also have to say, too, there's also dumb people in the world that like to get freaking malware on their computer that go searching for stuff they shouldn't be going out there looking for.
It is also called convenience. I mean, Netflix is just convenient.
Yep.
I'd rather go on Netflix just to watch all my shows. I mean, I'm already paying for the subscription. Might as well use it.
Yep.
So, you just have those people.
While we in the ramble talking about Netflix got Dragon Ball, that was also a funny video, Briario. I have to give it to you. But the fact that
we were discussing it like a few days ago, really.
Yeah, Disney purchased the rights, the movie rights. They don't have the anime, but they got the movie rights to Dragon Ball Z. Ball.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Disney has the movie rights. When they acquired Fox, that's what they got that also.
Ooh.
Briario, didn't you say this earlier when we were going to reveal something similar?
Well,
yeah.
Here's what I will say, because I watched that little 3-hour Twitter feed of like Disney Plus, and didn't see Dragon Ball Evolution on there. Anyway. Didn't see that one on there. They probably like that one way in the vault. This is not a hidden gem, by the way.
They just hoping everybody forget
more like a hidden turd. Anyway.
It's stuck.
But Disney, I'm putting this out there. If anybody that work at Disney movies or anything, putting this out there. If y'all really do have those rights, use y'all money to do us right.
I'm gonna look at this new Mulan, then I'm gonna have my belief back in. Let me see how they do Mulan first.
Yeah,
No, you gotta
Realize.
remember who directing it.
Mulan, a totally different. I mean, Dragon Ball, a totally different creature than Mulan.
Yeah, but this
But
is
you
like
see
the same take they're gonna have to make though.
I was gonna say go get the Wachowski brother, but I'll have to say the Wachowski sisters now, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go by the Wachowski
thing.
siblings, sir. The siblings.
The things.
Wait a damn minute. What y'all on about?
Oh, were you not on? Were you not on that issue when we talked about this? So the Wachowski brothers are no longer brothers.
Brothers.
Not meaning they
Okay.
turned themselves black or anything like that either. But they became
I'm gonna put.
the Wachowski siblings, as in they're no longer males.
Look, I'm gonna put them in the category of blue waffle. Don't look them up.
Blue waffle?
I'm putting them in that same category. Don't go looking them up.
I'm not.
I made that fatal
I don't
mistake.
know what a blue waffle is.
Oh goodness,
Don't,
I'm so lost.
Don't.
I'm just so lost right now.
Just don't. And take my
Okay.
word for it. Just don't.
Okay, moving forward. Marvel. So rumor has it that Marvel will be rebooting some of the Marvel Netflix shows in some capacity. I know rumor has it it's supposed to be maybe at least 2 characters, and Daredevil might be one of them for sure. Like the entire cast of Daredevil might be.
I like Daredevil and Luke Cage.
I don't know. Luke Cage got a new show. I mean, the head guy.
What network you on?
Both. Mike.
CBS.
Okay,
Yeah,
it might make it. If it was Fox, I'd be like, nah, he gonna need a job in a few. No, I find it.
Yeah.
Come on, Mike.
I know. Come on, Mike Coulter. But yeah, so with that being said, with that is like, yeah, the rumor is it's supposed to be that plays Daredevil, and John Berthal might be the 2 that actually might make it into the MCU, like legit make it in. The same cast and everything. To piggyback off that same rumor, there's also rumor that they may reboot the Iron Fist series as well, and recast the entire thing.
We
Look.
gotta take. I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt.
Look, Disney, you just keep Colleen Wang, okay, and Misty. That's all you need to keep. You don't need to keep nobody else. Those on point, especially Colleen Wang. Anyway.
Yeah, y'all can do away with White Childish Gambino.
Who is White Challenge?
What?
Who it is?
Dude that played Danny Rand.
Oh, gosh.
Wow, he got this boy White Challenge
Wow.
Gambino. Did he rap at some point somewhere?
No, it was just that from his hair to like the clothes he was wearing in the beginning, everything it just felt
Childish?
it felt Donald Gloverish to me.
Wow.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Oh my god.
Okay. Continue with the Marvel theme of things. Cloak and Dagger got canceled. Yeah, I know. That came out of nowhere though.
Ah, my heart.
Not gonna lie, that came out of nowhere. Now we are in about a month or two getting season 3 of the Runaways. I'm assuming because they always come back in December. So I'm assuming season 3 is coming in about a month. So we'll get to see them in the crossover.
I'm just saying.
You said what?
They better give me the luxury of binge watching like they did the last season.
Yeah, hopefully so. Well, Disney kind of is running that too as well, but you know.
Look, I didn't learn the hard way, y'all. It's all y'all fault. I'm blaming y'all.
What, for binge watching?
Whew.
You blame
Yes,
Netflix.
I'm
You blame
y'all 'cause
look.
I
You blame
learned-
Netflix for that model.
Right?
I thought y'all were playing.
Yeah, they
I
create.
tried to go to another series. It's like another episode will be coming back next week. I'm like, what is this?
It's like nah, next week, player.
Man, only thing I want Netflix to do is bring me back this new season of Castlevania.
Oh, they say they're working on that though.
New season of what?
Castlevania.
Oh.
Season 3, mother.
But yeah, so with that being said, with it being, do y'all think that it possibly? I mean, because do y'all think it's probably was canceled, possibly being moved to Disney Plus, or could possibly be a move to pull all these shows into the MCU? Because a lot of these shows are not like the shows. A lot of these shows outside of, because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was ABC, Cloak and Dagger was ABC,
But it was on Freeform, so
ABC Families. Freeform is just a new name for ABC Family, so it was still ABC Family.
Yeah, it's still ABC. It's still the parent company. It's still ABC. But then you also got, and then of course ABC is kind of lumped into Hulu as well. So that's with the Runaways, of course. So do y'all think that maybe it's either they could probably put them to Hulu exclusively, kind of like the Runaways are, because they have, what is it, Hellblazer, and I think it's Hellblazer, and of course the Runaways are still going. They have those two already on Hulu as TV shows, so they could potentially put them in the same family. They maybe just said, okay, ABC Freeform is canceled on Freeform, but they move it to either that or Disney Plus, just to put it under the studio of Marvel Studios now that they have that.
Disney Plus said, "Oh, we gonna get y'all money one way or another. We ain't gonna get y'all nothing free on TV no more."
They're already advertising these new shorts and everything. I keep seeing, and it's like, okay, that's gonna be interesting and all, but what are
Freeform just gonna show the Disney shows and movies that Disney don't show no more.
Man, Freeform is gonna show another freaking Christmas movie for the end of the year at this point.
So, me again,
man, because they show Hocus Pocus 31 times, and like that was the promotion. We showed the Hocus Pocus.
Shit, the 35 days of Halloween.
Every day in the month of October, they showed it 31 times at least.
Twice.
I know I watched Hocus Pocus 3 times this past month.
But yeah, so maybe potentially those shows will come there. So.
Halloween Town, one of those.
Oh yeah, Halloween Town.
Past the first Halloween Town, I don't know what happened.
Well, I think I even saw those on the. I think a lot of that stuff because that was on Disney, right? As well. If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be on Disney Plus as well. I mean, it's gonna be so much like Disney Plus. And think about it too. Disney Plus is next Tuesday.
All right, so I think the only person that agree with me with this on this podcast is probably like Tink. They put "Don't Look Under the Bed" on Disney Plus. It's automatically got.
Yeah.
Automatic got what?
I'm automatically getting it.
Yeah.
Oh, period.
Yeah.
I need to find that list because they put out a whole list. Let me see.
Point blank.
I know I saw some
No
goodies.
discussion.
I know I saw like the 13th year. I saw that up there. I saw was it Brink?
Yeah,
All the old classics, all Johnny Tsunami.
What's the name of the movie? What year did it
Don't
come?
look under the bed.
What year did that come? They have about a year on this thing, which is like crazy.
Yep.
They
Well,
got this,
Brink.
Like 2002.
Was it that early? Was it that late? I thought it was like late 90s.
No.
No, it was like 2000, maybe 2001. It had to be. I was like either a sophomore or junior.
Do this in their way. Control F. Control fine.
1999, Tink.
What?
I just Googled it. I knew better. It's 1999.
Yep, and guess what? It's on there.
Like it.
Yep. Don't look under the bed. It is on Disney Plus.
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
Hold on, didn't they say like it was gonna be like 200 Disney Channel original films?
It's in the thousands, bruh. It's in the thousands.
thousands.
The thousands.
Thousands.
Yeah.
I can probably
It only it took them 3 hours to it took them 3 hours on Twitter to announce all the freaking stuff that's gonna be on there.
That's true.
Just for using freaking screen art of the actual, shows and movies and all that stuff. But yeah, it is gonna be on there. I pulled it. Yeah, 1999. Don't look under the bed. It's gonna be there.
I will not discriminate against each of these movies. You are going to watch them one by one.
I'm getting Disney Plus because when my nieces come to town, we gonna have a history lesson.
Yo, don't do it.
Ooh, why?
He is.
Bruh. I feel like you're gonna go overboard. I feel it. You're gonna go overboard.
These are the real X-Men.
My niece really thinks the best Disney princess movie ever created was Frozen. Baby girl, I gotta take you through that. We gotta go all the way back to Snow White. We gonna start from the beginning. We gonna go Snow White. We gonna go Snow White, Cinderella. We even gonna take the time to watch the only Disney movie that I hate with a passion. We gonna watch Fantasia. We gonna do it. We gonna go through that.
What you got against Fantasia?
You know what?
Hold on.
Fantasia is a waste of the only reason people watch Fantasia is to see Wizard Mickey.
I like the scary scene too.
With Chernobyl.
That makes the whole phantasmic.
You know how you dip when they sing Ave Maria? It's like, oh shit, it's daylight.
I haven't seen Fantasia since probably 94. So
you probably have a different whole outlook on it now.
I can't wait for this. I can't wait for X-Men, Spider-Man from Fox, and I found out the Fantastic Four show and the Iron Man show is gonna be on there. So I'm like,
it's gonna be the Fox box on there.
Yes, sir.
Iron Man had the best theme song.
Yes,
had the best theme song. And the whole thing he's just saying the whole while is "I am Iron Man."
That's
but
it. That's
starting the beat, showing him beating the suit. Yeah, all that was just cool.
Yep. So, man.
And I kind of like long hair Tony Stark instead of short hair Tony Stark.
Oh, long hair Tony Stark. That was on USA. Y'all remember that? And that's why.
But he was on that Fox. But he was on the Fox show too. They gave him long hair on the Fox show too.
That's why I was crazy about Goliath, because he reminded me of Tony Stark when he was in human form.
Cannot wait for Disney Plus next week.
This is insane. I'm looking.
Like if they would have gave Robert Downey Jr. his Sherlock Holmes hair for just one Iron Man movie, they would have gave us long hair Tony Stark, and we would have been good.
They could have did that for Endgame, bro. I'm just saying.
But what they could do. But you know what? I know why they didn't do it, because they be wanting to show off the sideburns and stuff. But what they could do is have Robert Downey Jr. go in and dub over all the Iron Man cartoons. And you get that same sarcasm, but in RDJ voice.
Yeah.
I don't even remember voice actors on those shows at this point in time, but I know about next week though. Let's see here. What we got? Man, I wish Anger was on the show, because I know he's a Fallout fan. Bethesda wants to charge $12.99 a month for private servers for Fallout 76 for a game.
Say what?
That's for a game that's not even fixed yet. Yeah, the company that makes Fallout 76, which is supposed to be, in somewhat of a sense of a word, a open world version of Fallout in a sense. And they, even before they announced this $12.99 monthly fee for Fallout 76, I come to find out like about a couple of days ago, there are some friends of friends that actually were like early adapters to this monthly subscription, and you're supposed to have your own private server, right? And so Fallout is a looter for those who've played Fallout before. But what sucks is you pay for your own private server, but they're not really private servers. They're just reused, because I heard that some people went in on servers and the server they went on, it was already looted already. That sucks. So yeah, Bethesda, I don't know what's going on with Bethesda, man. They went from knocking all their games at the park. All their games were like 8s and 9s, and then they just shit the bed with this one. And they still that NPC update that they were supposed to come out with this year, they said the week before they said this, oh, we're still not finished with the NPC update. It's being pushed to next year. And this game came out last year around this time, and it was still unfinished last year. So just, yeah, the game should have still been in development, man. We shouldn't have fun. Yeah, so just, yeah, goes with the theme of this episode. The Watchmen. Has anybody got a chance to watch The Watchmen on HBO? I watched the first episode because I had a free HBO weekend with Xfinity and watched that first episode.
Well, I haven't watched it yet, but what I've heard, I need to see what these racist white people are talking about now. Like, why y'all
so, okay, I can give you kind of a gist of what I watched to kind of give you a breakdown. So, okay, first I have to ask first, because everybody that I asked with the whole Watchmen show, because people ask me, like, oh, have you seen it? And I'm like, my first question for you is, have you seen the movie? And some people tell me, no, they haven't seen the movie. And so it's like, okay, damn, then what's the point of you watching the movie then? Because you don't understand that.
What's the point of you watching the series?
I know, right? I know. So basically, kind of what I got from it is, okay, so the Tulsa, of course, they basically gave a thing to the, I want to say, it looks like, if I remember correctly, this is about some weeks ago when I watched this. It takes place in, like, they give a thing where it goes back, just basically a flashback to the Tulsa, Oklahoma rising. And people, when this episode aired, people act like that this was new history that they never knew about. That was the first part about this. Like, people on social media, like, when did this happen? How did it, like, y'all don't remember the Tulsa massacre, man, when they were just killing all these black people? I know, they swept it under the rug. They didn't want y'all to know about it. But anyway, that ain't that type of show today, but that's besides the point. But yeah, so it started with that. But what it makes it seem like is that all of the, so Horseshaw, right? You know, the mask he wears, right? It's making it seem like that the people of, that he's like they make the people who wearing the Horseshaw masks like they're the KKK. That's what it feels like to me. And I'm trying, and it's like they're their own society of people. And so, like, I guess from what it seemed like, what I've got so far, my understanding, and say when you watched it, you kind of let me know if you got the same thing I got. So, like, it makes it, and it also seems like that with the cops, like it's almost like the cops are like they're not supposed to be any cops. They're like, it's almost like they're like vigilantes in a sense. They're like cops are in a sense. Because there was one scene where in the first beginning where a cop pulls over this white guy in a truck. And so he has on, like, it's, you know, they're doing like current stuff. So he has on like the body cam and stuff like that. But he went back to his vehicle and he said he had an assumption that he was one of the people that were one of the, I guess, I don't know what they call them, but I guess there's part of the group of horseshats or whatever case may be, because he said he thinks he has a mask and all of that. So so he goes back to his vehicle, tries to call in for backup. But the funny thing was too that I guess during this time period, the cops don't carry guns on them. They have to literally call into the precinct for them to release their gun in their vehicle for them to even use it. So as he's calling in, the gun wouldn't release, and then he kept trying, and he finally got it released, and all of a sudden he gets shot through the window by this guy. Wow. But the cool part is Regina King's character, because for what it looks like, she's a former cop, but she's like a vigilante, and her character's badass. I won't tell too much because I want you to watch it, but like her character's like a vigilante. She's pretty badass. I'm trying to wrap my head around it because the first episode is kind of like, so what's going on here? So
I think kind of like they try to kind of like do the reenact Black Wall Street a little bit, like the bombing on Black Wall Street. What happened?
Yeah. Well, I know, like Horseshack when he went down, and because if you haven't seen the Watchmen, whatever, it's been that long. I know Horseshack got killed in the Watchmen movie, but I think he got, if I remember correctly, I know he went mad because he was already crazy any damn way. But I want to say it's. I have to go back and watch the Watchmen. I think I gotta go back and watch it now. Because I now want to try to kind of like tie stuff together, because it's kind of confusing a little bit. I will say, but the show overall, I mean, it's good, but it's just I feel like it's one of them shows you gotta pay attention, and you have to have seen the Watchmen movie, I think, first before you try to watch this, because you're not gonna understand like that group of like people that wear those masks. So let's see here. PlayStation has trademarked PS 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So PlayStation is planning to release 4 more generations of PlayStations. Either that or I don't know what the word going on, but yeah, they just recently trademarked those actual acronyms like not too long ago, about a week or so ago. So
my head hurts.
They used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
This is true. We ain't changing the name of our console each every generation to confuse the consumer. Xbox.
Just keep calling the PlayStation, put a number behind.
Exactly.
It worked for Salt.
Let's see.
Hey, I gotta get this out.
Okay.
I gotta get this out to our fans, y'all. 2020 is gonna be lit. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Halloween 2020 is on a Saturday. New Year's and Christmas are on a Friday. 420 is technically all month in April. 2 Friday the 13th in March and November. July 4th is on a Saturday. Cinco de Mayo fall on Taco Tuesday. So all the holidays we really care about fall on the weekend. Except for Cinco de Mayo, which falls on Taco Tuesday. So that's like perfect. 2020 finna be lit, y'all.
Yeah, them holidays falling on the right days. Ned from Spider-Man, can we call it the Home series? Because at least the first 2 movies got home in it.
Ned is fat friend, right?
Yes, Ned is his friend. Yes. So
Wow.
there is a rumor going around that, and I had a feeling that his character was somebody. I just never researched and looked into it till they said this. So the character Ned in Marvel Comics, the character that he plays, he's not really his best friend in the comics. He's actually one of the versions of the Hobgoblin that he ends up fighting against. Ned actually is a rival to Peter Parker at Daily Bugle.
So Ned ends up getting in shape.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm kind of like. Are they going? I don't know how they're going to do this, because first of all, okay, I'll just say this right now. I can't picture Fat Hobgoblin. I'm sorry, just not gonna.
That's why when we were discussing it off air, I was just like, I left it alone. I can't
see Homeboy putting the suit on him and like shazamming it and then becoming like Hobgoblin. And now he's no longer fat. Cannot accept that. I'm sorry.
Alistair Smythe didn't have that type of powers. He wasn't that smart.
Unless he take a serum and he just automatically just burn all off the calories. I'm just saying. But
that's probably what I'm thinking. I think he probably gonna end up take the Goblin serum because I think they got tired of going the Harry route because
they're saying that
Harry gonna make up
that Osborns are gonna appear in his third film. Now, what part they're gonna play in all of it, I don't know, but they say that there's a possibility that I don't know. And the thing is, I don't know if Hobgoblin's gonna be a thing for the third movie, but they just said that it was kind of thing they kind of touched on. It's not really something that could potentially be for the third movie or anything like that, but it's kind of like people are asking about his character Ned and would he ever become, the Hobgoblin, which that's the name that the character is based off of, is that particular guy. So I know a lot of times they tend to repurpose names to do other things with them. Flash
was 3 different
Flash does that quite a bit.
It was 3, if I'm not mistaken, it was 3 different people that ended up becoming the Hobgoblin.
I think you're all right, because Wikipedia, the Ned thing, and I think I only saw like 3 different aliases on there.
Yeah, because you got Ned, then you got the guy Felicia Hardy was engaged to, like, tall blonde guy that ended up becoming the Hobgoblin, and I forgot who the other person was. I distinctly remember those 2 though. Yeah. But the thing was, like, somebody tried to tell me that the Hobgoblin was Great Value Green Goblin. Which, to me, the Hobgoblin had better gadgets. He had the better glider, and he had the better costume.
That's true. Because once I realized them at the time when I was young, I didn't, really didn't. I paid attention, but I wasn't paying attention to names like that. Now, when I realized and I got on, I'm like, the Hobgoblin is actually better than the Green Goblin to me. Because, your stuff is better.
And he crazier.
Yeah, he's a freaking psychopath.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then we got, to keep it in the thing of Spider-Man, might as well. Into the Spider-Verse got a release date for April 2020. No, 2022. 2022. Yeah, April 2022. So that's gonna be lit. I can't wait to hear the soundtrack. That's the biggest part for me. I still listen to that soundtrack to this day right now.
Tink, do you know in 2022 we both will be 36?
Don't tell.
No, yeah. No, we turned 30.
Yeah.
We turned 35 in 2020.
Yeah, gonna be like 37 that year, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you cross that 35 threshold, 40 is just around the corner.
Oh, my head hurts.
Then life begins. Oh man. Oh, let's see here. Snap. Where you at, man?
I'm here.
All right. So did you watch Crown Jewel?
Hell no.
Okay, me neither.
I was not about to watch that, and there's. I'm gonna make this short for those who don't keep up wrestling. Crown Jewel is a very controversial show, in which, if you work that show, you do get paid a lot of money, but then you have those moral issues, especially considering where the event is at, Saudi Arabia. And
this time on the intro they actually did say it was in Saudi Arabia, because in the past 2 years they was
they couldn't say that.
That shit was like, where is that? Parts unknown.
But it's just, and then what just happened recently with this show, in which the talent, not everybody was able to go home.
Yeah, so the breakdown was that, okay, they was in Saudi Arabia on Halloween, which is when the show took place. Friday, they were trying to go home, and what happened was, so the rumor has it, this is a rumor, hasn't been solidified, but this is the rumor that's been going around from viable sources, which are the actual, talent themselves, that they were talking into people in the States and stuff like that. So what it was, that the prince in Saudi Arabia that has paid WWE all this money to put on shows to make Saudi Arabia look, like a progressive country. They hadn't paid them their money. They hadn't paid them their money from last time they did a show. And so, Vince, he old and decrepit and vengeful and petty. So right when the show went on air on WWE Network, he cut the feed in Saudi Arabia. And Prince didn't like that shit. So
this man trying to go to war with a man that sent people to Turkey to get a journalist. Thank
you, bro.
Nobody has found his body.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. That is the exact.
That's Vince McMahon for you. Yes, he did.
So with that being said, so to proceed with the story, so when they got ready to leave, all 170 employees of WWE, including wrestlers, were on a plane on their way to go back to the States to get ready for a Friday Fox show that they have to be at, and
Smackdown.
And then they said, "Oh yeah, we got engine problems," and they was on the tarmac for 7 hours. But they claimed that even the airline said they apologize for, but come on, bro, you dealing with this country's government. You don't think they don't have the pull to go tell somebody at the head of an airline to say this and say that and say this?
It's an autocratic regime, bro. Like that man run everything.
Thank you. So, with that being said,
royalty.
Yeah.
That's why Brock Lesnar's match went on first. Everybody said,
Brock went on first. Brock went on first, and he got to. So here's the breakdown from that whole thing, right? So there's a division between. So there was like 20 other superstars, some of the top talent. Got on a charter themselves and went and left ahead of these other 170 employees that were in Saudi Arabia. Them, Vince, and I think Kevin Dunn, which is one of like the main producers, they left. They had left first, and then these other 20 top superstars had chartered the plane themselves and got out of Saudi Arabia. These other 170, they were stuck. So evidently, there's been some Twitter beef been going on Twitter, because like. Curtis Axel, which is Mr. Perfect's son, made a dig at the top 20, and he showed a picture of him finally being home with his daughter or whatever like that. So there's gonna be some tension tomorrow night, like real life type stuff over this whole situation because a lot of people are upset because they feel like the CEO of the company got out of the country where he had 170 of his employees stuck in Saudi Arabia, and it's almost like he could probably care less. So there's a lot of people that are upset. There are a lot of people that were probably on the ropes of leaving, and they like, my contract up, I'm out.
I was gonna say something, but I don't want to. Hey, it ain't nothing, listeners. So I'm just gonna wait till after the show over with. But I developed a wish in my head, just thinking of past people that have been on WWE.
But yeah, so there's that with Crown Jewel. But then also, this was prior to all of this. WWE 2K20 is still a cluster fuck.
Hey, let me get this one, royalty. Let me get this one.
Hey, can I just say one thing? I just gotta say it. I don't even want to watch. I don't even watch wrestling, but I'll watch this match. I need a wrestler out there to be like somebody new to come in, and be like, my wrestling name, Barack Obama, and then Vince McMahon invite Trump back on to the WWE when he get out of office, whether it's next year or a few years from now when he old and decrepit. But I just need you to act like he ain't even old. Act like he brand new and he's still running off at the mouth. And just powerbomb from the top rope, not onto the map, but onto the floor, into a table. And then hit him with chairs.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel better, Stone Cold stunned him some years ago. That's before he came.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
I ain't care for. I ain't never really cared for the man. I never liked his attitude. But I wasn't even watching wrestling when he was on there. So.
But yeah, 2K20.
But yeah, 2K20.
So yeah, I don't know if anybody paid attention. I made a video, put it in the community page, which I voiced my opinion, especially of the edition that I got. And again, let me reiterate this: I bought that edition for a certain reason. I knew, and here's my thing: I have 2K19, and it's crazy. It took this game for me to actually appreciate 2K19 a lot more, but
Boy.
I wanted two things out of this collector's edition, and I got it. I got an autograph plaque. I got a piece of the red apron. That's all I wanted. Fine. I'm good. I'm actually set on that. The game, I figured that game was not gonna be what's damn.
Man, I've never, and then people talk crap about like games that people play or their games in general that just general consensus. Some people just like, oh, it's the same thing every single year. People talk that crap about, man. People talk that crap about, sports games in general. Why do people buy certain games and stuff like year-to-year titles? People tend to talk that crap a lot anyway. But this year for some reason, man, I just had the feelings. Just like, don't do it, dog. Don't do it this year. Not this year. Something's gonna go down. And
I left an important thing out of that video. I said in the video I was gonna save for the show. So here's the thing. For years, you'll see this name, especially on the back of the covers and when the games start up, called Ukes. Ukes, it was an important component to these WB games.
Yep, they did the character modeling.
And once Ukes went away, well, visual concept stepped in, and you know what happened after that.
Yeah, so it's a lot of
Snap, let me ask you this. If you could get with 2K and you had to have, and the music came on for what you was about to do to them, would it be I'm Just a Boy? Or would it be Goldberg thing?
For what they did with 2K20?
No, with like you get like the executive producer, the head man in charge, you get to do one finishing move on him. Is it sweet chin music or is it the tackle?
Spearing or you super kicking?
Damn, I really want to kick him in the damn face.
Bro, they deserve both. They deserve both. They deserve both at the same time.
I really want to say both, but it's like I really want to kick him in the face.
Hey y'all, I gotta tell y'all.
Either kick in the face with a follow up of a spear.
I gotta tell y'all this though. So we was doing a raid at Pokemon Go today. Me and Angry. So it was this little kid out there, like somebody that was playing. Their little child was out there. And he had a stick, and he was just going around swinging it at the people. And he almost had hit Angry. Angry stepped back and started stumping his leg like Shawn Michaels. And I started singing, I'm just a boy. And he couldn't even go through with it. He said, man, you fucking stop me, not encourage me. I was too eager to see this. Because that little boy had a hit Angry. He was gonna sweet chin music, this little boy. He couldn't be no more than like 4 years old.
Oh man.
I can just hear the sound of this man kick him in the face right now in my head. But yeah,
we gonna have to fight all these white folks.
But to add on to the whole 2K catastrophe, and they announced a patch was supposed to be coming, but honestly, I don't trust the patch, and apparently from what I've been told,
I'll tell you what I know so far. It fixed some things, but the real, like some of the graphical stuff, like hair, like they fixed like the Bianca Blair hair thing, but it's still some physics in that. It's still some physics problems in that game that just still ain't right.
That ain't enough, man.
I trust me, I know, bro. And I was like, okay, they put out the patch notes for all the stuff. So I'm like, okay, let's see how this goes. Let me see what the people that I follow on YouTube that that report on this game a lot. Let's see. Did they really fix it? Then I'll I may can reconsider. Nope. Still broken.
I figured that, but I think when it said the first patch, I'm like, oh, first patch, huh? And I just looked at the word first. I'm like, also, it's gonna be more. You ain't fixed this yet, man.
Yeah. All right. So 2 main topics for tonight because we're getting close to time. I will touch on BlizzCon next week. But 2 main topics that we got. Before we do that though, Ant-Man 3 is on the way. How we feeling about that? I know everybody always lukewarm about Ant-Man. Ant-Man is probably gonna be another bridge movie.
I would rather talk about Jensen Ackles being Arrow versus Batman. And I really feel like he should just be Batman, period.
Period. Exactly.
Let Twinkle Toes going on by his business.
Oh man,
We gotta give that man a chance, man. That man ain't even put out a movie yet, man. Give that man a chance.
Yes. Leave my boy alone.
Did y'all see the picture of my boy in the suit, though?
Yeah, I saw the picture.
I was sold.
Jensen Ackles needs to be Red Hood. That is who he's made to play. He's voiced the guy twice. He is Red Hood.
Oh, but yeah, I've seen that.
He is the Red Hood.
I haven't seen him in Red Hood, but he fit the Batman too.
Yeah,
in your mind, young, anybody else fits Batman other than Patterson, bro.
I mean, if they wanted to go that
You
route,
can put Peter Dinklage
God.
you can put Peter Dinklage in the Batman suit, and he'd be better fit than to you.
I just think he Lego Batman in real life.
See, there you go. See, exactly. See, you found another way. All right, man. So main topics for the night. 2 glitchy games. Does it make it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay for glitchy games? And on top of that, with AAA, as far as titles, because with Ubisoft pushing all this stuff back, what are y'all, for the gamers on the show, what are y'all going to be playing for the next probably 4 to 5 months? Because I know a lot of us anticipating Final Fantasy VII in March. So what are y'all going to be playing?
Yeah, so
In the meantime.
for now, I'm pretty much on hiatus, but come January, I'm pretty much going to be on Kakarot until Final Fantasy. Like, when Final Fantasy 7 comes out, don't nothing else exist to me.
Okay.
I second that.
We literally waited 30 years for this game.
Yeah, felt like it. Let's see. Myself, man, I got a big backlog to catch up on. I'm gonna probably jump into some Borderlands 3 at some point. I'm gonna pick up this Modern Warfare.
Wait a minute, Final Fantasy 7 came out in what, 97 or 96?
7. I believe.
97.
97. We waited 27 years. We waited 30 years for this game.
Yeah. So, but all right, man. I think we're gonna bring this issue to a close. Next week, the issue 122. Like I said, we're gonna talk about the whole Diablo. We're gonna talk about Diablo 4, Overwatch 2 that got announced this past weekend. We're talking about a little bit about that next week. Some other stuff that'll I'm pretty sure that'll pop up in comics. It always seems to do so. As well, but yeah, man, we're gonna be out of here for NerdFlow Podcast issue 121, and we will catch you guys next week.
Oh,
Goodbye.
bless you.
Yeah, I was
Wait,
finna
and
say.
blessing somebody.
Thank you. I was just finna